All right, this is Todd Owens, Capital Chaos TV, and we're here at the Regency Ballroom in San Francisco with Francesco from Devil You Know. How you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Thanks for the opportunity to spend some time with you.
Oh, no problem at
all. You've been on this Golden Gods Revolver tour for about, I don't know, 5-6 weeks or so, and how's the tour been going?
Oh, amazing tour. Just incredible. First of all, it's our first U.S. tour, so just excited to be on the road with this band.
Pretty extensive, 32 dates.
Yeah, it's a long tour, but it's just being incredible, incredible response. And our record came out while we were on the road, and just we just saw from one day to the other, it's just like a big, excitement from the crowd, and it's been incredible.
And talk about the last album, or it just came out about less than 2 months ago, right?
Oh yeah, a month ago. Yeah.
And The Beauty of Destruction. Yes. So what's your thoughts, feelings on the album?
Oh, I'm super happy with the way this, it turned out, and it took a while, to put it together. It was just for a long time. We were just writing a lot of music, and then finally get together, do some demos, and go to the studio, and then the cool thing that we really didn't want to rush any of the, just make sure that all the details were taken care of, and so I'm so happy because it really felt like everything was done the right way.
And so basically, I guess going back maybe 2 years or less, it was you and John, I guess, that kind of first started, you got together and started writing stuff for the band, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, John and I actually started probably writing music about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But at that time, we both touring with other bands and doing other things, so it's kind of write a song every once in a while. And then finally, about 2 years ago, we decided to, do something with it. And it's after we got a certain amount of songs and good material, we started thinking about a singer, and that's when we got in touch with Howard. And that's really, how
was Howard the only guy that you got in touch with initially, or?
He's the first one. It's for us, well, let's try it with Howard, and then if it doesn't work out, let's try it with somebody else.
And what was your your thought process when you and John were together writing stuff? What was your what goals? What were you trying to write with the music? What style, or what was maybe influences?
For us, it was just it was a matter of having fun, and then give each other complete freedom. So, because we do other things with that project, and it's always you kind of need to write music that makes
a certain way or certain style.
Exactly. In No Shall Perish, it's the band is established as a sound. You have to write music that makes sense with the past. And in this case, for us, was in the beginning we were not even thinking about this is gonna be a band, we're gonna tour with this. So it was just let's just write songs, and let's just do whatever we feel like.
Have fun was important.
Yeah, total. Yeah.
Okay, so then so you reached out to Howard. He, I guess, liked the stuff, and then went from there. And then I guess 2 more guys were added permanently kind of last year. That they recorded the album as well.
No, they're not on the record. And the reason why is during that process, we were just it felt like the 3 of us were working really well together. And then why try to change that? And then so that
it was the 3 of you did the album.
Yeah. So it was just us, and then obviously, while we were doing the record, they started getting offers eventually we want this band to tour.
We need a band to tour as.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, now we'd really got to find 2 more guys.
Okay, and I guess the producer on the album was Logan from Machine Head fame, and he's worked with some other cool bands. How was that experience?
He's awesome. We all knew Logan from previous experiences, and he's just super talented, really cool guy. And I don't know, it just for me, it's really important to be, since we knew we were going to be in the studio for about 2 months. Okay. It's important to feel comfortable with the guy you're working with every day, and with him it's just really chill and cool vibe, and again, very talented, so it's perfect.
And you guys are signed to Nuclear Blast. That came out about, I guess, right before the album, or before you officially recorded the album. How's the Nuclear Blast been? Is there a label?
Yeah. Right before, pretty much, we went to the studio. That's when we were talking to different labels, and that's when we finalized the deal with Nuclear Blast. Yeah.
And things have been good with them?
Oh yeah, things been great. This is the part of Nuclear Blast with Monty Connor involved, and I mean he's a legend.
He's the man.
Yeah, just the fact to be working with him, I was like really happy, and the amount of respect he gives to to the musicians, that's like something that really surprised me, and in a very positive way. He's the guy that tells you you're the musician, you're the artist. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna do it, and we'll see.
I'll sell or market your shit, right?
Exactly. So it's like so much respect. It felt like from the musician aspect.
And how's Howard's health? I guess he was out with some issues right back 2 years ago or whatever when he originally left Killswitch or whatever with his diabetes and stuff. So he's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing great. It's one of those things like things can happen, and then you don't really know that you have a problem until you find out like the hard way, and that's what happened to him. And as soon as that happened, he realized he needed to take
a step back. And
exactly. So he needed some time off. He needed to take care of his his own life and a few things, and now he's doing much better.
Cool. And so you said earlier that you did some dates before this tour, headlining dates, and then do you have more tour plans or gigs or anything coming up the rest of this year, or what's the plans for 2014 for you guys?
Yeah, at the moment after this, we're gonna go to Europe for a little bit, some festivals, and then the rest of July and August we're pretty much gonna be home. Our bass player Ryan, he's a bass player from Bleeding Through, and they're doing the last tour in July, August. So obviously, good time for us to take a little break, and then September there's gonna be more touring, and it's all things that we've been they're talking right now and like getting finalized. But yeah, there's definitely gonna be more touring September, October, November.
And I assume you guys probably either have more material written or you're still writing more stuff or new stuff, or
yeah, totally. I mean, John and I, that's the thing, like for the first record we had almost 40 songs.
I was gonna say I'd heard about like upwards of 40 songs you guys have written.
And then it was like for us, like I mean it's not a matter of like, oh, we need that number. It was just like a natural process, just trying to write as much as possible. Yeah. And right now it's the same thing. It's just like so fun to write music. So him and I just already writing a bunch of music.
Just briefly, quick question about All Star Parish and what's the situation with them, and you can talk about that maybe a little bit.
Yeah, obviously after things that happened last year with Eddie joining Suicide Silence, the band kind of like decided to take a little break, and obviously I've been very focused doing this, and our drummer he was for a little bit was touring with Battlecross and doing his other things too, and so we all like had it felt like we needed like a little bit of time off, and but again I talk to those guys every day, and we have plans. The band is not over. We definitely have plans, and people are gonna find out pretty soon.
All right, we look forward to it. Another thing I want to ask you about was gear. If you want to talk about any gear as a guitarist, gear, amps, guitars.
Yeah. Well, just recently, before this tour, I got 2 new custom guitars from Ibanez, and that's I'm completely in love with those 2 instruments, and Seymour Duncan pickups and Laney amps. This is pretty much like this 3 different things. It's been like my gear for the past few years, and I'm completely happy. Finally, you know how it is. Like you end up spending years and years trying, experimenting different things, and now I feel like I'm really happy with the tone and everything. So it's like, yeah.
Well, that's all I had for you. I want to say thanks for taking the time to talk with Capital Chaos, and is there anything else you wanted to add to anybody might be watching?
Oh, just like thanks for the support. It's been overwhelming. It's been everything's new for us, and just seeing so much hype and like people loving it. It's been just great.
And look for you guys on the road again later this year, probably, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Hey, this is Chuck Billy from Testament. I'm blowing it up.
Blowing it up. Blowing up.
On Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos. Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos TV.
Motherfucker. Go fuck your mother.